Every one of us right now, whether you consciously know it or not, are choosing to ascend with this higher vibration or stay in the third dimensional state of consciousness. As we ascend out of this 3D world, we are finding out we are losing our memory. This has become when heading to the fifth dimension knowing is the way we will operate. Meaning, your memory is disappearing to encourage you to use your intuition ability. Losing your memory is a positive happening. It applies to all age groups. Never doubt your ability to know what's right for you. Nothing is more reliable than your own inner guidance. Remember, the goal of negative energy is to further you away from source. We've told you in the past that these new paradigms will often create confusion because things are not as they were. There is often disappointment, and some have said, well, things are not happening the way I thought they would for a new energy. It isn't like it used to be, is it? I thought it would simply get better. No, it isn't the old paradigm, just getting better. It's a brand new energy beginning with the old leaving. The new energy is filled with feelings that are completely and totally different, reactions that are totally different, and expectations that are totally different. Within these things hides the truth, and the truth is that there is a development going on of the human spirit itself, and about how you are changing your ideas about certain kinds of things. Since these things don't all happen to everyone the same, there is often a period of shift, change, and recalibration. Humanity is slowly starting to feel more compassion and become less critical of others and their cultures. There is a meld happening, but in the process, however, the ones who are not feeling this way stick out. Some of these are so angry at the new energy that they strike out with their frustration in disappointment and inappropriate ways. Some have formed armies and some go it alone. But they are all showing the profound awakening of the changes within dark and light. Imbalance and illogical actions are the result, as there are those who will die to keep things from changing. However, dear ones, that is not what I want to talk about, since we have discussed this before. Those things are going to happen slowly within the perceptions of who you are becoming, and the issues that show themselves with the shift of consciousness. You are having the battle of light and dark. But the much bigger picture here is how these disclosure events keep getting bigger and bigger, because that indicates that something big is going to happen there on Earth. What will happen will be much bigger than people feeling validated about their beliefs. Many people have wondered the contact would be openly discussed by high-ranking officials from powerful countries. And somebody you will have walking amongst you openly. You will be able to ride on their ships and go to faraway places, and they will share their technology with everyone. This is happening, and it's a part of the shift in consciousness. Now, you might wonder what the relationship is between your ascension. It is quite simple, really. You need to know that you are much more than just physical bodies with brains, who are living out a lifespan in a single life on a single planet. You need to know that there is a bigger story to who you are, where you came from, and even how you were created to be the way you are right now as a human race. The answers to those questions will expand consciousness there on your world. People will start to think differently, and there is okay to have something happen that then causes people to think differently. It is perfectly fine that it's not just coming because a person meditated for 12 hours a day for 12 days straight. It is reasonable that it is happening through contact rather than through some other spiritual practice that led to someone's enlightenment. That is one way, that is one experience, but you don't have an earned expansion of your consciousness. It's very natural for it to occur, and there is occurring, and this is a reflection to you of that. It's hard to describe how humans can be addicted to something that is dysfunctional and dark. The night is dark, and if you have survived it a certain way because you couldn't see well, and suddenly the light is turned on, many long for the time when it was dark. This is because they knew how to navigate in the dark, but they don't know how to navigate in the light. There will be those who are used to a paradigm of struggle. That is what they have understood and have felt was normal. So when the light comes, and then there is benevolence, joy, and compassion, they long for the old days of struggle over and over. It seems unbelievable that someone would want such a thing when presented with something so much better. Imagine the end of struggle and suffering, replaced by a benevolent attitude of expectation and light. However, many have spent so much time struggling and suffering, complaining and reacting, that they can't see the light. Even if it's shown to them, they can't understand it, and they don't want it. How could such thing be? Are there examples of this? Yes, there are examples of it, dear ones, that you can see right now. Let's get current and talk about what's happening today. I'm again going to explain something that is seemingly unbelievable and exemplifies the difference between a dark energy and a light energy. Let's look at how addictive the darkness is, even when light could create some amazing solutions to needed issues. Instead, there are some so invested in the old energy, and who is so alone in what they used to know, that they can't see the treasure in the light, which is something that they have worked for all their lives. Human beings have an issue. They tend to want something they are used to, not even understanding it's dark and perhaps dysfunctional.